The market district of Cathara Station smelled like ozone and fermented algae. Harry Thompson wiped sweat from his forehead, adjusting the strap of his supply bag as he navigated through the crowd of alien merchants and traders. 2 years he'd been living on this remote station, working as a cargo technician, and he still wasn't used to the exotic sights. Beside him, Emma Rodriguez laughed at something a Velthrian vendor had said, her translator earpiece crackling with the conversion. "Harry, come look at these crystals. They're beautiful." Harry started to respond when a high-pitched shriek cut through the marketplace noise. His head snapped toward the sound. A small Cathari child, no more than 4 feet tall with silvery skin and large dark eyes, stood frozen in the center of the plaza. Surrounding the child were 3 figures Harry recognized immediately. Scarven raiders, their segmented armor gleaming, their multiple arms each holding a curved blade. The lead raider's mandibles clicked menacingly. "Human, step aside. The child belongs to a debtor family." "This is Cathari business," Emma grabbed Harry's arm. "Harry, don't. We can call station security." But Harry was already moving. Something in those large, terrified eyes reminded him of his younger sister back on Earth. Before his conscious mind could process the decision, his body had placed itself between the child and the raiders. "The kid's not going anywhere," Harry said, his voice steadier than he felt. The lead raider tilted its head, almost curious. "Foolish human. Your species bleeds so easily." The first blade came faster than Harry expected. He felt it slide between his ribs, a cold, burning sensation that stole his breath. Then another. And another. Harry's knees buckled, but he kept his body positioned over the small child, shielding it with his own mass. Through dimming vision, he heard Emma screaming, heard the thundering of boots as station security finally arrived. The child beneath him was crying, its small hands clutching his shirt. "Stay down," Harry whispered to the child, tasting copper. "Stay down." Darkness swallowed him. Pain greeted Harry first, a dull, throbbing ache that seemed to pulse through every nerve. Then came awareness, the softness of a medical bed, the steady beep of alien monitoring equipment, the antiseptic smell of a med bay. His eyes fluttered open. The sight that greeted him made him question whether he was still unconscious. Surrounding his medical bed, kneeling on the pristine white floor, were 12 figures in ornate armor. Not the crude gear of the raiders, but ceremonial battle dress that gleamed with precious metals and bore intricate engravings. Each warrior was Cathari, their silvery skin marked with honor scars, their eyes closed in what appeared to be meditation or prayer. "What the hell?" Harry croaked. Immediately, all 12 warriors opened their eyes. In perfect unison, they pressed their foreheads to the ground. Emma rushed to his bedside from a corner of the room, tears streaming down her face. "Harry, oh, thank God you're awake." What's happening? Why are they?" A door hissed open. An elderly Cathari entered, his skin bearing the deeper silver tone of advanced age, his ceremonial robes marking him as someone of significant importance. Behind him walked the small child Harry had protected, now cleaned and dressed in fine clothing. The elder's voice was deep and resonant, his translator rendering it in perfect English. "Harry Thompson of Earth, I am High Counselor Vetheron. You have performed Delshakor, the sacred shielding. You willingly gave your life for a child of another species, knowing you would die." Harry tried to sit up, wincing. "I didn't die, though." "And anyone would have—" "No," Vetheron interrupted firmly. "They would not. You took 18 stabs, human. 18 mortal wounds. Our physicians counted each one. Any single strike should have killed you instantly. Yet you remained conscious, remained standing, remained shielding young Kelsha until help arrived." The child stepped forward shyly, offering Harry a small crystal pendant. "Thank you," she whispered in halting English. "You saved me." Harry accepted the pendant with trembling fingers, still confused. Vetheron continued. "The warriors before you are the Shakordai, our most elite protectors. For 6,000 years, our culture has honored one principle above all others: the protection of children. Any being who performs Delshakor, who shields a child with their own life, is declared Kordal, guardian eternal. These warriors kneel before you because you have achieved what they trained their entire lives to do. You did it without training, without hesitation, without expectation of reward." One of the kneeling warriors, a female with scars across her cheeks, spoke. "We are honored to serve alongside you, Guardian Thompson. Command us and we shall answer." Emma squeezed Harry's hand, laughing through her tears. "You crazy idiot. You beautiful crazy idiot. Harry looked at the pendant, then at the child, then at the kneeling warriors. I couldn't let them hurt her. She was scared. Betheron's eyes reflected something like wonder. That is why you are Cordal, human. Not because you calculated odds or sought glory, but because when faced with evil your instinct was sacrifice. The Cathari will remember Harry Thompson for generations. Songs will be sung of the human who proved that courage knows no species. As the warriors rose and began a ceremonial chant in their native tongue, Harry caught Emma's eye. She was grinning despite her tears. "When we get home," she whispered, "no one's going to believe this story." Harry managed a weak smile, his hand still holding the child's pendant. "Hell, I don't believe it, and I'm living it." But as young Kelshaw hugged his arm carefully, avoiding his bandages, and as the elite warriors pledged their blades to his service, Harry realized something profound. Humanity's greatest strength had never been its technology or its weapons. It was its capacity for selfless compassion, even for those completely unlike themselves. And on that distant alien station, that simple truth had transformed a cargo technician into a legend.